Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you real quick the top 3 things that will keep a pre-emergent from being effective, or the top 3 things that will make it just not work for you. The first thing is something I've talked about a lot before, and that's your timing. You have to get your timing right on pre-emergents, or they're just not going to work. If you put them out too late, those weeds are going to be already have germinated. They're going to be growing, and you're not going to be able to prevent them. So your time frame in the fall is the middle of September through the end of October. That can vary based on the depending on the weather, but there's no predicting that. So you just have to use a rule of thumb, middle of September through the end of October, to get your pre-emergent out. Secondly, is your application rate. Very, very important to pay attention to your application rate, especially with granular. A lot of people don't pay attention. They just put it out and just hope it works. But you've got to know the square footage of your turf. You've got to do a little bit of math, know the square footage of your turf, look at the label, figure out how many pounds of product you need to put on the size of yard that you have, and make sure that you get close to that. Same thing goes for liquid. There's just the added step of the mix rate, making sure you mix it properly. So application rate is very, very important, because if you don't get enough, it's not going to work. And then thirdly, lastly, this is the thing that if you and your neighbor put out the same product on the same day at the same rate, and then come spring, one yard's full of weeds and one's not, or a lawn care company sprays 2 yards side by side, same product, same rate, everything's the same, and then come spring, one seems to have worked and the other didn't. And that always comes down to watering. 99% of the time, that comes down to watering. These products have to be watered in order for them to be effective. Your granules have to be watered in order to activate and to soak down to the soil. Your liquid applications need to be watered in so that they soak down to the soil and create that barrier in the soil to prevent those weeds from popping up. If you don't water these products in, they're not going to work. You have to remember that. So those are the top 3 things: your timing of application, your rate of application, and then making sure you water those applications in. That's what's going to give you the most bang for your buck when it comes to pre-emergence. So hope that helps. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.